All right. Good morning. Welcome back to MHAB. You know, one of the sayings in recovery that you hear a lot is keep it simple, surrender, or keep it simple, stupid. But anyway, KISS. So, you know, we also talk about how we can complicate a peanut butter sandwich, but I'm going to do what I can to not complicate a grilled cheese today, one of my favorite classic sandwiches. So what I've got is I've got a skillet, and I've got some nice artisan bread, some cheddar cheese, and a little butter. That is all it takes. Now, I do a couple of things a little differently than you frequently see with a grilled cheese. First is I grate my cheese. It allows it to get a better coverage on the bread and melt more evenly and more thoroughly. The other thing, and this is really the key to me, is I grill both sides of the bread. So I grill the inside of the bread first, so that you got two layers of crispy. Crisp is one of those sensations when we're cooking and when we're eating that is just the best. So butter side down in my skillet, and then butter the side that's standing up, and let that go a little bit until it gets nice and brown. And then I'm going to grate. This is some New York State sharp cheddar cheese. It's not a really local cheese. There's nobody in New York, I don't think, that's making cheddar right close to us here. But this is a New York State cheese. And you see, I just grate it up until it's got a nice little pile that'll about cover. Now remember that this will compress. That pile of cheese will go down quite a lot because it's got a lot of airspace between the shreds. And there we are. So let's let this crisp up a little bit. And we got a little dead time here, Telly. What should we talk about? Oh, yeah, we do have some MHAB merchandise. And, you know, we're actually selling it at MHAB Fresh, which is our on-campus convenience store where we sell all these sandwiches that we're making. We've got coffee mugs and sweatshirts and T-shirts with recovery-themed logos on them. And, you know, stop in, give them a look. Or you go to mhab.org and take a look at them online. You know, it's a great thing, I think, that we're doing here in terms of supporting people who are getting back on their feet. And whatever you can do for us, we'd sure love to have you help us do that. Give that a little more gas. Boy, it's great to have the greenhouse up and running as it is. We haven't bought any lettuce in weeks, and it's fabulous. We've also got a lot of other veg crops in there. We've got tomatoes and other herbs and peppers planted and spinach that getting ready to harvest some of it fairly soon. The tomatoes will be another 5 or 6 weeks. But boy, to not have to go to the market for that and to have good fresh tomatoes right here ready for us to go every day is a really exciting prospect. The woman who runs our greenhouse actually is generating a list, and she's got 2 or 3 or 4 people from our residence hall who have committed to and are going over and are helping in the greenhouse, helping her prune stuff and reseed beds after we've harvested. We're doing most of our stuff in trays. Our greens are in trays, so we make 2 or 3 trays for 1 week. Let them grow, harvest them, and then we plant them and put them at the tail end of the line and rotate them that way. So there's always something to do. We don't really make grilled cheese for the store very much. However, I did make some roasted tomato soup last week, and the president of the company, MHAB Mike himself, MHAB Mike called up and said, "You can't give me roasted tomato soup without a grilled cheese." So I said, "All right." So we made grilled cheese and sent that over with him. It's a little tough because we don't have the facilities in the store to keep things hot. But if somebody wants a custom order like that, we're glad to do that. Okay, we're starting to get, there we go. Now we're getting there. You can see how that is. You can see how that is getting nice and crispy and brown. We'll give that just a little more time, and then we'll flip those over, and we will put our cheese on that crispy brown side and turn the sandwich over so you'll have 4 layers of crispy, 2 on each piece of bread, plus the gooey, melty, tasty cheese in the middle. I don't know anybody who doesn't like a grilled cheese. All right. So there, you can see that's nice and toasty and brown, and we're going to put that cheese that we've grated on top. Make sure it's spread evenly so there are no pockets or holes, and we get nice even melt. Let that melt for just a minute on top of there, and then we'll turn it in on top of itself. All right. You can hear that sizzle. That's going to be a good sandwich. I think you can see, I don't know if you can see how that's beginning to drip a little bit in the middle. That means it's getting all gooey and tasty in the middle. And we want to make sure to get both sides of that bread nice and crispy. That's going to take a little bit. Patience is a good thing. We're serving chili today. Telly, can you see this all the way over here? I don't know if you can see it. We got a big pot of chili on the stove that's going out in the store today at MHAB Fresh. It's one of our perennial favorites. We serve it with cornbread muffins. It is just simple, pure ingredients. We don't add anything. We don't add anything funky or special or artificial. It is chorizo and ground beef and sautéed onions and garlic and tomatoes, kidney beans, peppers, and garbanzo beans. That's plus spices. Lots of cumin, chili powder, little cayenne pepper. Now we're getting there. If you're in the area, if you're from Plattsburgh, we'd love to have you stop in at MHAB Fresh. We make 3 or 4 or 5 different sandwiches every day. Almost always soup, especially in this weather. I don't know when you're watching this, but we're making it in the end of January, and it's cold, so we always have soup. And then as the weather gets warmer, we're likely to have soup and salad, or a salad. Sell a lot of salads in the summer, sell a lot of soups in the winter, but everything's homemade. We do it all right here in this great facility we've got, and we try to do it with as simple and fresh, wholesome ingredients as we can. There we go. Holy moly. So we're open 10 to 5. Those are our winter hours. We are COVID safe. You can call us at 324-5111. That's area code 518. And we can arrange pickup or curbside delivery for you. If it's a larger order, we can do a delivery to your place. And we'd love to see you. Oh man, it's not yet lunchtime. And that means that Telly and I get to split this sandwich this morning, which is really exciting. There we go.
My God.
That is a good-looking sandwich. We're going to give that just about a minute to get a little bit more solid. Otherwise, the cheese will all run out when we cut it. And Telly and I are going to enjoy ourselves.
You do have tomato soup for it, right?
I do not. I have chili for it today. Smart Alec.
Look at that thing.
There we go. There we go. Wow. I'm all in. I'm all in. Let me get a couple of plates, Telly. That'll do. Oh, look at that cheese. Look at that cheese ooze out. Man, oh man. That'll do, pig.